we salute whoever is ready to die for this game, because, yeah, I'm really not looking forward to episode 4, but thankfully we have yet the Shareware episode to play, so might as well give myself an excuse before we go into those horrible pits of abomination and hell. So, without any further ado, this is the Shareware episode, and this is level 4, Dark Tunnels. And yeah, I don't think that I needed to even tell you the name of this level, because you probably guess already what this level is all about. Tunnels and darkness. Honestly, I'm really not a fan in general of those really low ceiling levels, because, I don't know, I just really feel claustrophobic when it comes to those kind of things, so yeah, those ceilings just tend to make me sick, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't really like Wolfenstein 3D. But at least playing this level is still way more fun than playing Wolfenstein 3D, even though I'd say this is one of the inferior levels of the Shareware episode. Really not one of the greatest points, but there's still one level which manages to be less enjoyable than this one, and we're gonna run into it a little bit later. Before we finally go into this one fabled level, we're gonna play through all of episode 4. Oh boy! So, considering that I have pretty much absolutely nothing to speak about this game anymore, because, well, it's been quite a long journey and I'm already pretty much running out of subject for this game, well, I'm pretty much gonna talk about why I'm especially dreading episode 4, just in case that there are people who are not aware of the game and may not have played all the way through the very end of this, because I know that some people had trouble beating the enemy and couldn't even beat it, but yeah. To those of you who didn't manage to get past this one obstacle, don't worry, you didn't miss a whole lot. The main thing about episode 4 is that it pretty much feels like an entirely different game, because most of the enemies that we're seeing right now, the low guard, lightning guards, high guards, over patrol guards, everyone, well, they're pretty much thrown out of the window. We'll never see those guys again, except for a few appearances there and there, because instead we're gonna meet a brand new enemy, which is, well, 2 new enemies, but they pretty much belong into the same class, and they're both as annoying and dreadful. So basically, the one thing that I'm especially not looking forward to is that the new enemies that are introduced into episode 4 take about 1 million of bullets into the head in order to kill, and therefore the fighting will become incredibly redundant and really boring to look at. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I'm not looking forward to episode 4. I'm just stuttering even thinking about it. This is how bad episode 4 is. It's so bad. Why is it so bad? This game was so good until this point, but okay. Get a grip. This is not episode 4 yet. We still have a little journey to go through before we finally have the big nasty journey that's gonna end everything. I mean, it feels weird that I'm saying this, but I'm even gonna miss the Enforcer, because yeah, the Enforcers were bitches because they had so much health and they threw grenades into your face, but well, one of the new enemies is gonna replace the Enforcer entirely, but the big difference with them is that, well, unlike the Enforcers, the new enemies are going to be incredibly common. You're gonna see them everywhere and they'll make your life miserable. Unlike the Enforcers, even though they were really annoying because they had so much health and everything, at least those enemies are not common. You only see them pop up every once in a while, and that usually means that if you meet 1 or 2 of them, you're not in deep trouble, but yeah, anyway, this is pretty much it for episode 4. I'm not gonna talk about it again until we get there, so you better brace yourself. Oh yeah, and I think this level marks the first appearance of Elasto Mode into the Shareware episode. Elasto Mode really doesn't pop up a whole lot into the Shareware for some reason. Instead you see Shroom Mode a whole lot, but yeah, oh god. I certainly didn't get better at waiting around traps, so yeah, time to backtrack in order to get health as well and just fetch the new flame while we're headed. And of course I had to get burnt again by the flamethrower. Congratulations, genius! Okay, I feel a whole lot better now. And yeah, this is always one thing which is neat into this game, whenever you get enemies killed by the trap, and once again, this is gonna be a major aspect of episode 4, because, well, once again, we'll see, because I promised that I would not talk about episode 4 anymore, and yet here I am running my mouth. Oh boy. But then again, it's not really like I have anything else to say right now. This level is really self-explanatory. There's really not a whole lot special about this level. The architecture is just there, and yeah, this level has architecture. I hope you appreciate. Now, when I'm telling that this level is forgettable, this is what I mean, because I just forgot in which direction I even need to go, even though there's a huge sign here that says, "This is where you put the key, you asshole." Oh, I'm definitely gonna miss those enemies. You poor little lightning guards never had a chance to be showcased. Because, yeah, you never really saw how much lightning guards could be assholes, because, well, it really doesn't happen too often that lightning guards are in any good position to steal your weapons, because they usually always spawn in your face. They are pretty slow, so they never really make it all the way up to you, and they're really noisy. They just like to show you that they've got a pistol by shooting you multiple times before they can even sneak up to you, and then you never really see that, well, that horrifying feeling that you can have when you just notice that a lightning guard just stole your flame wall and is deciding to use it against you. Oh, and this is kinda clever too. You're forced into the room. And obviously enough, there's enemies everywhere. But yeah, if you ever want to see how lightning guards can be a threat, just download one of the Winrod versions, and I think it needs to be a GL version, and preferably the last one, because it's a little bit more stable than the few other ones I've been recently. So yeah, there's an option in there that allows you to play an extra hard mode, which makes it so that all lightning guards will have a random missile weapons. Yeah, they're not randomly outfitted with bazookas anymore. Now they're always outfitted with a random missile weapon. Oh, and patrol robots make their first appearance into the Shareware. But yeah, fighting multiple lightning guards that are outfitted with heat-seeking missiles, flame walls, the fire bomb, split missiles, name it, you've got it. Well, it becomes really hectic. It's more of a gimmick mode than anything, because it's pretty much completely unplayable, but it's good. It's fun to try out for a laugh, just in order to see how far can you play, and then you can pretty much decide to waste your time on whatever length you can go through before you die. So that's the end of this level, which I really didn't talk about because, I don't know, there's not really a whole lot to say about it. So coming up next, it's level 5, Metal Threat.